They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Jamal Adams.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Carson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
A gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At their own 20.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
So now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up past the 25.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber.
Here with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They run it with Carson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Michael Brockers. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Almost 6 yards.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he went nowhere. went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Their own 26.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tracy Walker in on the tackle. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Yards to go.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
24 yards.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And not much there.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarters with no score.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. They'll look to throw. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Johnson on the return. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Carson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his man on stride, complete. Johnson on its pick 3, football's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Swift. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2.
Seahawks 2.
So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, and what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Carson, the Seahawk ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Lions 3.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it as a field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
And sack.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 5. And the Seahawks 1st down.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams squaring off against the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific 2nd half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. He's stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson on the crossing route, complete. It's Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 1st down, Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and...
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Wilson. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Vita Vea coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out there. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Campbell making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup there.
To number 82. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running is Swift. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Swift, the ball
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought him down. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the
throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Jimmy Ward there defensively.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this third quarter.
Seahawks 5.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Wilson out left. He's got it to Everett. The reception good for 7. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, it's Carson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode. but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
4 brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Here's Moss with a catch on the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, here's Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So, my goodness, we just talked about it a second ago. They decide not to keep it on the ground, and now the incomplete pass, that really changes things.
Certainly does, because you want the clock running. And now with it stopped, might breathe some new life into this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down, but this crowd is going to let him hear it here on 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll find Metcalf.
Wilson's pass.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. One last shot for Wilson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.